seconds.
So if you put it into those terms, I think the Omni Knight on Hokori's side last game, Gardic, he played a really good Omni Knight. So I want to see if Neon can match up to that and how well Hokori know how to play against these. Because now we got the Lion. Hex is really good against the puck. Long range stuns. You've got that extra nuke. If you're able to get your finger off during the stuns or the hexes onto the puck, that's also very good for Neon. They have 2 good burst abilities to nuke almost anyone off of the map.
Radiant's turn to royalist.
Sometimes might translate into potential snowballing from your lineup, but we see the clockwork. Hokori, they've played it as a 4 before. See if Theoliker wants to bring the clockwork into action once again. What do you like about Batrider and Clock in the same lane?
Only 10 seconds.
I think just the capability of running them over, like Clock can
5 seconds. Hurry.
especially with the napalm, like slowing their movement speed and Clock being able to reach them, but like also just poking them. Like,
Yeah,
you don't need to always commit to the kill because they're gonna eventually lose the lane. So
yeah. Neon's gonna need a a pretty handy, maybe even like an aggressive carry to play in the lane. Again, Ursa is the one that comes to mind. I guess Pudge does have some similarities to it if this is played from the safe lane for Neon. So yeah, Lion Pudge, pretty, or even the Omni Pudge, pretty solid safe lane for Neon.
is this Clock off lane or no?
I mean, it should be 4, so Theolikar should be bringing it with the Batrider, but then I'm looking at this Rubik.
Hurry.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Does Gardic want to play it after all?
I feel like Clock needs to be in the 4, otherwise the lane bot Batrider Rubik lane will be kind of hard to play.
Yeah. Corey's kind of missing their safe laner. Maybe they're thinking, like, who do we pair up with the clockwork for the safe lane? Or what does Neon counter with the off lane pick? Because that is also missing. I think Neon has a slight edge in the draft currently in terms of how the laning setups are going to happen for Hokori. Maybe not team fight wise any advantage, but laning stage wise, like how you're setting it up. I feel like Neon has the last say in can they beat the off lane, or are they putting emphasis more into the safe lane? There's the Ursa ban from Neon and the PL. Well, they don't have that great control against the PL. Well, can't really kill the PL, can they?
No. No, they can't. No response to it. It's a good ban. They're just gonna ban out carriers, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe Neon plays Pudge off lane. I'm not sure.
They could. It could work in the off lane.
Oops. Radiant team pick.
TB and Viper. Okay. Is this a bristleback game for Hokori?
I'm not sure if Vissel is not solving the issues that they have. Like, they kind of lack damage right now, physical damage, and I think Bristle can bring, but they also have a lot of setup on Neon to, like, you know, catch this Bristle off guard with the Lion Quap Pudge.
Yeah.
Especially with the Ags on Pudge, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is true. But are you happy with taking like a ranged right clicker either? Because Neon can just jump you. Quap, Lion, Pudge, they're all great at just killing these ranged heroes like Drows and stuff like that. I don't even think Luna's good enough.
They could pick some Monkey. I'm not sure. Maybe Monkey's not even enough.
Yeah, TA's banned.
Team pick.
Morphling.
I was thinking PA for a second, but I guess Morphling might be a bit better.
Yeah, it's like a hero that can stay on the lane and just free farm. But Neon could counterpick this with like some... I would ask for Beast if they do play out on Neon. This game, it looks like a pretty free Beast game. You get to control the map like Hokori did last game. Take over the towers, and they go for the Dragon Knight, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the Beast as well in terms of against the Morphling, having the shard is one way to pop Morphling using Manta, for example, and then you can roar right into it too.
I'm curious to see how this DK pick would turn out, because he can be easily punished by the puck TPing in when he uses Dragon Form. They can bring like 2-3 heroes top to stop the DK from pushing. They're gonna need to commit a lot to get this tower, so we're gonna see how Neon plays around that, and especially on mid as well, because I think Lion could look to rotate mid, maybe get a pick off with puck with his spells.
I'm actually thinking, is Neon playing with a stand-in? Because I don't see Enryu, and I see Seimei with the Dragon Knight. Not sure if that's the same guy. I mean, technically it should have his name changed as soon as we kick into the game, but does look like a stand-in to me. Oh yeah, so I just got confirmation from admin. So Enryu is ill, so Seimei is standing in for Neon.
Okay, makes sense.
Let's see how that works out for them. So full-on draft into the actual game. Hokori coming in from a victory, pretty important victory as well, taking it away from Fnatic. Neon's got a capable draft. I can see this work out, but something tells me I should go Hokori in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think this DK pick says a lot for why you feel like that, just because it's not a direct counter to... It's a counter to the morph when you hit the blink timing, but when morph reaches its Linkens, you know, especially with the shard as well, like you can attribute shift while being stunned, so it kind of negates what DK wants to do in the game. I would go with Hokori in this game as well.
Let's see if Hokori can bring it home from already winning one game today. We've got Neon coming in with a wraparound smoke. 4 members, that's 1, 2 stuns and a hook. And SC to provide with the extras, but who do they end up getting? Plus, do they have any ward in mid? They don't actually have any vision here, so they can't even throw the blind hook. That ward is not going to be close enough either, except now they spot Vitaly. Is it Fortune Soul with a hook play? Napalm was put down on the ground. Cutting down a tree as well. Fortune Soul. That hook range isn't going to be sufficient enough. It's going to be over here. Needs to move closer. I feel like they're not going to go for the play at all.
Oh.
Or Rubik. He's in the range now.
It's time
Is it
for
just the
Fantasy
bounty?
World
Accidentally
Avatar
hooks
to
the
return
bounty
to
when he wants the
Avatar.
Rubik. No, it's just going to be a casual calm start. 2 for 2. Hokori, who had 3 bounty runes in both of those games, were applying some pressure early on in the pre-minute, but gonna get a calm start. See what we can score from this mid lane. This can go either way for analog or avatar mode. Quap is pretty decent in this matchup. I'm actually curious to see the Quap's build in this game. Are we just maxing out Scream, 1 point in Dagger?
I mean, some Quaps like to get away with maybe leveling 1 level in Shadow Strike just because the pucks may feel like it's hard to dodge it sometimes, so... But generally they like to just max Scream because you're just shoving in waves and stuff.
Yeah, more farm and not using a heavy mana cost ability that your opponent's most likely going to dodge anyway because the projectile speed ain't so great, so...
Yeah.
I would also agree on maxing out the Scream this game. Also because it's so good just having that blink Scream when you're ganking a side lane into your Sonic Wave.
Yeah, the power spikes with Quap is when she has like low cooldown blinks, like it just feels a lot easier to make moves around the map, and you know, your mobility just increases a lot each level.
Currently pretty calm start on the side lanes. Fortune Soul wasn't able to land the hook on Theoliker, but he's got it ready again. They do have the level 2 advantage on Hokori's side. And there we go. Nothing to purge it off. Oh, the telekinesis from the hook. That's so good from Hokori. That should be SC dying, but he uses another Fairy Fire, and he's down to 18 HP. Theoliker, he wants to die for this, but he's not going to get there. Fortune Soul in between, still level 1 of the Pudge. And we'll deal a couple tower hits onto this Batrider, and they will live very close. That was a good attempt from the Rubik to cancel the hook with the telekinesis. Just throw him into the air and throw him backwards into the fire.
Can't let you have that.
Fairly good attempt. However, nothing else follows up from that. Mid CS is 12 to 8 in favor of the co-op. Analog is going to start taking more and more damage from these screams. Co-op also has to manage that mana very well. Walks into the illusory orb though.
Pop looking better in the mid lane right now. Out seizing the puck.
Yeah. Small differences. Has the blink as well that you could just yoink it in front of Analog. Force out that illusory orb. He's so low on mana currently. Can't really do much against the co-op currently. So that's a big deficit that the puck has to live with unless that courier is going to provide something. He gets... Okay, we've got the Ring of Health from the Morphling coming all the way from the other... From the Radiant Secret Shop towards the bottom lane. Tells how much that they can't really get to the Dire Secret Shop to buy the Ring of Health. You always see that, like, you're playing an anti-mage or whatever. They just basically run to the opponent's secret shop for the ring.
Yeah, sometimes they don't, but usually they do.
Yeah.
Was Dire's courier
This one comes all the way from the other side. Luckily, their couriers ain't getting ganked, unlike SC. He might have taken Rubik's courier earlier, but he's going to lose his now in return. Fortune Soul, again, look at these dodges, but not even looking at the dodges because Gardick's going to be given as a first blood for Neon. Seme, with the help of the Lion, able to take down the Clockwork. That's going to push him very close to getting that Soul Ring.
Good kill from DK, but Morph is so free farming, so I don't think you're gonna cast that.
Yeah, Morphling's unfazed about this. Like, okay, the DK's happy with the kill, but not really doing any major damage to it. Puck finally has phase shift also leveled up here, level 5 now. 3 points in orb. Avatar mode is also ramping up on that CS, but they're both very close to each other's. All mid players have kind of been hit by the nerf hammer since that easy camp is gone.
Yeah.
Same, mate. Looked like he was looking for a stun on the Morphling there momentarily, but with that Ring of Health, that is a lot of regen for the Morphling. Now they're going to try Dragon Tail into the Hex. They've got the Earth Spike available, and they've got the damage for it. They've got more than plenty. Same, it doesn't even use a Soul Ring for this one, for the extra mana preservation play. Just goes straight for him and nukes him down. But hey, now they killed the Morph.
That was kind of unfortunate. Got stunned.
You are simply not worth.
Otherwise, outside of that, I feel like Neon, they kind of have this timer. It's not like an early game timer, but it feels like Hokori, if this Morphling gets huge this game, they're unable to kill the Morph. This is going to be a very difficult game for Neon to handle
Yeah,
with this Morphling.
They need to kind of give Morph a lot of time to get his items like Manta, Lincoln's, Axe, and then he can morph into the Pudge or something. Start doing a lot of damage from there. Because the Axe or Morph is pretty broken, like it's stealing status resistance, attack speed, depending on your...
Very cheeky moves. I at least felt like he was running straight to the top lane there as he was just battling SE. He didn't have the mana to quite kill the Omni Knight, so he's just gonna let him be. The Oliker also getting a couple pieces of experience for himself as he joins in the mid lane. He's got level 4 now. Meanwhile, Batrider soloing this lane for himself. He's got 25 CS. He's up to some good numbers. Fortune Soul would like to get an opening on the Batrider before he hits level 6, but SC doesn't really provide too much kill threat.
Bowling is looking really well for Neon Esports. They're winning every lane.
Yeah.
Very happy with the outcome of it.
Looking pretty healthy on all their cores. Even Rubik's picked up 11 CS, and now an attempt. Fortune Soul. It feels like he's taking more damage from Rot than he's dealing to the Batrider currently, but he's got the Omni Knight, and this should be a dead Batrider. Nowhere to go. Slowly getting rotted and burnt down. And the hook is off point. Fortune Soul's down first. The coil comes out. Analog will steal the kill.
Why didn't he just hook there? What the hell?
He took a bit too long with the hook. I think he was just relying... Oh, what a miss. Almost actually misses. Does connect on time to Vitaly. He'd already moved to the side, but somehow the Sonic Wave projectile still kind of lingered in the air, and he walked into it and died. Well, they did kill the Lion as well. Saymate dealing some damage onto Lumiere. Morphling is okay with this, though, but there's a gank squad. Heading towards mid, a lot of TPs kicking in as well. Analog, no coil, already down to half HP. Avatar Mode doing a lot of damage here. Blinking in. No scream for a couple seconds. Gardic just frozen the rocket. Just a quick assurance that we are protecting our mid lane as well, so don't you try any tricks.
Seimei.
Seimei. So 1 versus 2 scenario. Seimei takes down the carry, but he's going to get burnt down by the Batrider. Should be dying here. He doesn't have enough 1 charges to keep himself alive. And now they killed Analog in mid. So there's a lot of kills happening back and forth. 1 brawl in bottom into another brawl in bottom. And a kill in mid. And even more as Gardic just walks into the stun of Play Hard. Avatar Mode. Able to take down Gardic. Double kill for Avatar Mode on the Quap. I've seen in games where Avatar Mode comes off to a great start. It's kind of like... I don't want to use this reference like accurately as it is, but he's got some Dendi-like Quap in him. He can go 5-0 in the early game in the first 10 minutes, or first 11 minutes. He can take a tower down, but he might start wearing off after that. So I want to see Avatar Mode not only just have a good early game, but also a good continuation into the mid game.
Are you trying to say Dendi's bad at Dota?
I'm not trying to say Dendi's bad at Dota. I'm just saying Fortune Soul needs to up his game from the Dendi level.
Yeah.
Why would I insinuate anything against Dendi? You're making me putting me in a hazardous position here.
Nah, I mean, Dendi's a great guy.
Dendi's a great guy. He's an absolutely fun lad. Seimei gets the stun onto the Bat, who was trying to wrap around the DK. So he's just flying to run away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, a big battle. Play Hard was almost killed, but Fortune Soul able to take down Theolica. And now the chasing Analog into the tree line. The hook takes Avatar Mode and not Analog. Puck into the safety. And TP's away. Oh. Pudge hooks ain't on point, at least in the first 10. Actually, the hook would have been good, but the Quap just went a tiny bit too early. Small miscommunication, or something that wasn't communicated. It happens. So, 3-7. Triple net worth lead for Neon. Like you said, they were pretty much winning every lane. They should be able to get Gardic here. But DK walking on the other. Play Hard gets poked twice by the Cogs. He's got a finger available. Avatar Mode is also here, but he's like, yeah, this is a lot of time that we're spending chasing this one lonely support. Gardic Clockwork even pogs them away. He should not be able to teleport home, but he is buying time. He's making space. And it's going to leave him for Seimei to pick up. While creeps were right under the tower, DK does get there in time. Keep his tower alive. But does Hokori make a counterplay now that Gardic was sacrificed? There's a DD on Puck. Can't quite get to Avatar Mode though. He's not full mana either.
It's not 6 on clock. I think he's gonna get a very good timing on DK Blink, and either he looks to finish his bot tower and then start to make a move, maybe get a pick off onto the morph, force some heroes to react to it, and then making space for his team.
Morphling is doing pretty good here for the start, but hey, in the mid lane they're going to be going for the lasso. This time they've got the Quap. Avatar Mode down, and Essie, he has only so much to give. He's Holding his ground for the time being. Even uses his Guardian Angel, but to no avail. Okay, Fortune Soul, show me that hook. Show me that hook. There's the stun. And there we go. Stationary target. Easy to land. And Vitaly down. It's the opportune moment to use that WoW voice line.
Wow. Who even is the caster? Or
I
like,
don't know. I think that's one of the... I'm not sure if it's one of the Chinese casters or analysts.
Oh.
I believe we have somebody in Twitch chat who knows. Chat knows everything.
Someone's gonna know.
Some pressure onto this mid-tier 1 tower. Hokori, by the looks of it, they're just gonna sack it. Won't be able to do much to hold it up. They are using 5 heroes for this while top lane is pushing and bottom lane is pushing. But it is an important tower, at least for the later parts of Roshan control. It's good to have it out of the way.
Opens the map more as well. You know, making smokes into triangle and Radiant bottom jungle. Getting some free kills.
And Pudge is going straight for Axe. He doesn't want to build a BKB before. Fortune Soul doing a bit differently than the Pudges we saw earlier on today. Just going straight for Aghanims.
I mean, I think he has the idea that Omni is gonna be saving him. He already has a save, so there's no need to like buy an instant save item. He can look to buy it later on.
Yeah, it is kind of like your draft allows you to itemize differently.
Yeah.
It would feel weird, like if you did go for BKB, like, hey, it's not a bad item, but you could get a better item.
Some games it's not bad to have it. Blink BKB.
Look at Sayman play hard. They've got the blink initiation here already. If they can just get to Lumiere, but there's so much traffic in mid. There's Gardic also. And might just be the Clockwork that they kill instead. So they just stack both of their stuns, but it doesn't matter. Kill is a kill. Morphling almost arrives on the occasion. They just landed the Earth Spike and the Dragon Tail simultaneously. At least for future fights, might want to coordinate those. You've got a lot of stun in this team, but you still don't want to overlap everything.
Yeah, we still have that thing over the hero's head when they're getting stunned, so maybe they just don't see. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Well, it's been a somewhat calm game. 15 kills in 15 minutes, but most of it has been farming and trading.
Yeah, I mean, they're just playing the map. They have the DK Blink, they're getting some good kills with it. He had a very good early game. They got mid tower with the DK form, they're now opening the bot tower, you know.
Mid tower is in peril. Neon is ready to defend it. Hokori dealing some damage. Here's the blink stun onto the puck, but the hook is connected on Vitaly. There's a hook shot coming in from Gardic, and a coil on 2. They've got the Earth Spike to kill off the Clockwork. They're not doing any structural damage either, so they're going to sack the Clockwork. Neon with a successful tower defense. TD experts. Only one tower given away this game. It is the top tier 1. And Hokori gonna have to take a different angle into this work. They want to kill this this catapult. He even used the Dragon Tail, but then Playhard didn't want to follow up on it, so it just gave the tower away.
He just wanted it to die.
I said something about coordinating the stuns. Now it's just one guy stunning. It's like, okay, but there's still a third step. Avatar mode. There's the hook. Gives the vision for Vitaly to be hooked by Fortune Soul. Avatar mode with a kill. This Orchid pickup on Co-op, very, very deadly. And it's also good for popping the Linkins off of the Morphling that they were suspecting he's going to build anyway this game. You can use your dagger to pop Linkins, then Orchid right away. If he doesn't have Manta, that's GG Morph.
I mean, unless this guy is like a
Radiant's
scripter,
bottom
I'm
tower
sure
is being attacked.
he's probably gonna die even with Lincoln's on.
For justice.
He could just have insane reaction times, who knows.
Can never know.
Both players are always something special when they're playing this hero, like they have inhuman reaction times.
Reminds me of Thompson Morph when he turns into Mirana. He's like an absolute god with the arrows.
True.
But then there are times where you're like, okay, this Morphling just kind of, not necessarily Thompson, but some other Morph player. Usually farming like here in this this bottom half of the map and has like full agi.
Or like when they morph down to agi and they get hit by the range creep, you know?
Yep.
That's always the funniest there.
It's like, what happened to Morph? Like, Morph's dead? What the hell? Somebody do something. Anyway, Invis Rune's available. Avatar mode gets a bottle refill. And it's going to pop it right away. They are pinging the bottom half of the map, standing... Oh, this ward placement. It's lit. They can't even see it. It's literally on the line of the sentry. And Hokori is probably feeling very safe. That, okay, yep, never mind. It's not their sentry. I'll take my words back. The sentries were elsewhere. They had the wards on a bit of a side, so it's not. It's a good ward, but it wasn't as big brain as I believed it to be. Or do you?
Pudge knows something.
Hook, almost on target. Playhard's gonna be there. Impel also misses. It dodges. I guess that's what 5 maps of Dota per day does to your head. Getting
Dire's top
confused
tower
sometimes.
is being attacked.
Puck also going for Lincolns.
Yeah.
Stacking up. Just like last game. Lotus Swords and Lincolns. All you need to win a Dota game.
If we had 3 Lincolns, we could have won the game.
Yep.
If anyone knows the reference.
Gotta make sure that you wash your face for peace of mind.
I just washed my face, so hopefully I should be fine.
Well, Rubik's not fine. Gonna get silenced up by Avatar mode. Playhard's gonna be there, and Fortune Soul wants a piece of it. Not sure if you got a Flesh Heap stack from it. I don't think the range, the range was too much for him. But he's gonna walk into a puck. Hook, not needed.
Oh.
Blink stun comes in faster from Seme. That's actually pretty smart, because if Puck were to use his Illusory Orb jaunt, he would have ended up in the hook, so he waited for it to run out, which gave Seme the time to land the DK stun first. So now Fortune Soul looking for Gardic, can't quite catch him. That was a well thought play, and now Lumiere, he's got the Lincoln. Seme doesn't even want to stun him. Morphin's like, yeah, you want to tickle water with fire? Sure, go ahead. I've got a lasso, friend, and that's going to be purged away by SC. Tick tock, as the hook shot coming in as well from Gardic. Will isolate the DK, but he's so tanky. This guy's got 3.4k HP. And will run out of the majority of that HP as that Guardian Angel kicks in. And another Heavenly Grace, and finally taken down with the power of 4 heroes from Hokori. They're thinking about going for more, but they also want to be cautious about their moves, so they're happy with this DK kill.
Yeah. I mean, they're just trying to delay the game to get the Morphling eggs. They have the BKB and the Bat Rider. You know, the free kill on the DK where he was out of position, so they're just playing the map, you know. Making sure they realize that they have a stronger late game timing with the Morph when he gets like Axe +1, maybe a Skadi or something, you know.
Yeah. I think I really like Scotty against the Pudge.
Yeah, I mean, even DK, it's good against DK, Pudge.
Good stats, good slowing tool. He's gonna get his Aghanims in just inside a minute. Hokori are basically ready to fight at this point, so they're well, they are gonna take the initiative. I was thinking that they're just holding mid and making a presence known, but they also want to make a play happen. No lasso for 25 though. Fortune Soul's right there. Vitali coming to the high ground, and they will spot the Pudge. Analog's gonna be there. Silence is up. The punch down, hook shot from Gardic finds Seimei. They've got the DK, and SC trying to save him, but the Cole connecting onto 2 as well. There is some backup arriving in the form of the Lion, as Playhard's going to be there, getting the stun, bursting the Rubik. And the silence, the Orchid connecting as they get the Sonic Wave on 3. But Vitaly's cleared out 2 kills for himself. Only using the Rubik in this fight. That was the Lion ult he used. And a level 1 as well, so that's gone for over 2 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
It looks like Neon are just very not on the same page as of now. Like Pudge was getting his BKB in the courier, Copper's like 400 away, and then they were getting picked off. Maybe he wanted to bait on the DK if they were gonna dive him, but they managed to kill him while, you know, not dying. While Hokori not dying, so
Yeah. I think their game plan was something along the sides of baiting, because they did get all the backup they needed, just a tiny bit too late, and the fight was not even on the outpost, it was drawing towards the tower. So they were just not in the same area, so to say. Now they're smoking up in the cover of darkness. No vision by Hokori in this area. They did just D-ward by Playhard, so they should be reading something's up. DD Quap. Yoliker in the tree line. Playhard is coming in from the side. He's got a Blink Hex available. Gonna find it on the Rubik, but there's 4 heroes right next to the Rubik. Hookshot, Cuss Connect. They got the coil as well on the Quap too. BKB popped and Clockwork will go down. 1 for 1 traded. There we also go for the Yoliker. A lot of damage by the Quap, but not enough. And looks like it's just going to be a traditional 1 for 1 trade. What does Hokori decide to do with this? They're still sticking around in the area. Looks like they still want to fight. Maybe even push out or contest Roshan, which they think Neon might be going for. There's a level 17 Morphling.
Slowly growing, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty sloppy play from Playhard mid, like jumping in when the smoke break. Like I think he kind of just panicked and thought he had to initiate or something, but it wasn't as the outcome wasn't as bad as it should have been. So
Dire's bottom tower is fallen.
See what they can get down here. Bardic, fresh jetpack, getting some flying vision. Nobody seen in the vicinity of the area. They're not even going for Roche either. Morphling continues to farm. Moving around. There's a hook in from the stun from Playhard, and it's on the puck. Puck is so low and almost dying. Analog gets saved by the Clockwork, and Avatar mode is on the hunt. Same is coming in as well, and they burnt another raindrops, but it's not enough to kill the puck. And at the same time, the Batra is going to get fingered up, and Bat is dead. An instant smoke from Neon. Want to keep up with the movement speed. Fortune Soul on the hunt right now. They've got Seimei nearby as well. Blink in 1 second, maybe enough to catch the Morphling, but won't be able to pop the Lincolns. He's going to need another friend for that. Orchid also on cooldown. Neon will get the better edge out of this one with the Batrider kill. Taking control of the triangle and moving toward the Roche pit, but are they going for Roche? Doesn't look like they want to take it. It would be a pretty slow Roshan with Neon's lineup.
yeah, I mean, they just have to look at scaling themselves before. They don't even have much tower damage apart from DK, but it's very hard to hit towers with DK just because of how much counter initiation they have with the Clockwork and the Bat and the puck, you know, dealing with the backlines. So
Shot misses. Gardic able to find the connection, but the hook on the Lion has he frozen the stun on the Clockwork. He's also protected by a Lincoln's, but that rot does a lot of damage. And now Pudge thrown onto the lower, the stun coming from Seimei. They got Lumiere. He's completely defenseless, but he's got his buddies to help him over the BKB on the Quap as well, allowing Avatar mode to stand his ground. Vitaly coming in as well. They got the Guardian Angel kicking as well, but the hook save from Rubik, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to lose play. Actually, they will take down Playhard with it. So it is going to be a good one from the Oligar in the end. He's got 3 seconds for another hook as well. We're going to take down the Clockwork, and the buyback coming in from the line as well. Quap trying to make a run for it, but the hook's dog. Oh, what the hell? That's an amazingly long-range hook from Rubik. Can he finish off the Quap? No, he cannot. Analog is down, and Lumiere going onto the high ground, running back to safety. Fortune Soul, he's got his BKB up. Batrider getting pummeled, and now eaten by the Pudge. Lumiere can't do only much except give some mental support on the other side of the tree line. Oh man, Kwok almost died to that million range hook from Rubik. So close. It's a 3-2 trade, but a buyback from Neon, but it's still worth for them. Pudge got so much out of that.
Radiant's courier has been murdered.
Sim is literally speechless after that fight. Like, what the hell just happened?
I mean, that was very close. Just great orchid from the Quap to survive. Morph is still scaling, so it's not like Hokori out of this game.
If Lumiere died at the start of the fight, that would have been horrible for Hokori. Because he's still alive, he's doing good.
Lion is getting very good initiations with the puck, getting these like quick kills. Because they realize that Hokori, the only save that you could consider a save is clockwork, but it's not enough to keep the puck alive. So a lot of carrying needs to be done by Morph to win this game, but I'm sure he could pull it off.
There's the stolen hook for Rubik, so this is a really good initiation tool on the side of Hokori. Probably the best spell you can find, alongside with the fingers and the hexes and the stuns. A lot of great spells for the Rubik to steal. What about this hook shot? Oh, sorry, this hook. Maybe the start of something good. Vitali spots Seimei in the mid lane, playing aggressively. He's popped his dragon form, so he would love to punch that tower. But they're trying to cut the creep wave before Seimei can get there. The stand-in player for Neon, as Enryu was apparently he is ill, unable to play. Not thinking straight. Hokori with 3 heroes in the bot lane, trying to keep the pressure up. We've got Gardic, Theolicar, and Lumiere lifting the creep wave as well, as they're taking the top tier 1 tower. No Believe available though, after that one is down. But that is all the tier 1s out of the way. Also, is that a Kaya Sanjay spy for the Pudge? Yep, it is. Yeah,
it works very well with the Rot and the ulti as well, especially the damage scaling and the survivability.
Yep.
So, casual item for Pudge.
Pudge pretty strong look, and 30 minutes in, Ags, BKB, Kaya Sanj, Blink. What is his most likely last item going to be, unless
should be
in with the hook shot, Gardic in there, but Fortune Soul got the Aegis anyway, and Theolicar with the hook will bring out Pudge out of the pit, but Lumiere is desperate to take it down, and it takes so long for them to kill him. Playhard's going to be falling next. Guardian Angel comes in from Omni Knight SC, and now onto the Morphling. Strength gain kicking in. Lincoln's is up as well, gets popped, waveform away, and he's got 300 HP. Avatar mode, Sonic Wave just needed, but he won't get any vision on the Morphling and doesn't know where he is, so he saves it for now. Oops. Meanwhile, Seimei was going for a bit of a wraparound on the side, but couldn't find a connection. 2 for 2, of one being the Aegis popped off of the Pudge. It took them so long to kill him.
I mean, this E is blocking so much damage. It's like Hokori needs to understand that to win these fights, they kind of need to kite around the Pudge's BKB, and when he doesn't have E, like that's the only way to kill him, because he has Omni save behind him, Quap, DK, Lion doing all this stuff. So the Pudge is giving them all the vision in these fights for Neon to have this like free time to choose who they want to go on in the fights, and like not worry about getting picked off from the puck.
And Quap has just finished off a Sanj. Kaya Sanj as well for the Queen. Gonna get that extra tankiness that Quap also needs.
He still doesn't have the Lincoln's on puck yet, which is kind of sad. Actually, he has a gold, but he just needs to buy it. So it's gonna be easier for him to play the game, but he still has
play
to
hard. And that's gonna be a very dead Lion. Seimei wanted to TP in to save his ally, but it's going to be a tier 2 going down, and maybe even a high ground push. So this is something that Neon is going to have to respond to, because they don't have as much creeps going on in the mid or the top lane. So they're forced to go all the way back with Hokori. By the time they get in front of the base, Pudge is already here to cut it off. So they are successful without losing any extras.
He has the Hex on Rubik as well. It's gonna be like 5-second stun. Pretty big spell to steal.
Yeah.
Can do a lot in these fights. If he gets to Hex the Omni from a potential save or like catching the Quap off, it can do a lot in these fights.
Very long duration. Fortune Soul would have liked to take the Invis rune, but Analog just quickly blinks in for it and removes himself with the illusory orb. But now, keeping up a bit of a chase. They see the puck in the lane. Fortune Soul, though, can't go straight under the tier 2 tower. Hokori stacking up for a smoke. They're going to go for it. So Puck plays the bait with the Invis rune. Same Ace here. Does he have any vision? He does not see Analog. There's also no sentry except this deep in, but they got the hook shot. They found Pudge very low. Omni Knight's also about to die. Lumiere takes the finger to the face as well. They're going to take down SC. They're looking for Play Hard as well. Vitaly's going to be chasing it up with Gardic. Meanwhile, in the Roche pit, they're going to look for Same Ace. Lame Ace going to be very tanky, though. He should be completely fine. Play Hard inside. The Orchid silence from the Quap as well to keep the Bat Rider a bit busy. But Avatar mode going to get coiled up as well. But the BKB will be popped, so he's able to move again. Now here comes Lumiere, so he's forced to blink away. Doesn't want to take that fight. So Pudge was pretty much dying already at the start, and they lost the supports on Neon.
It's a great jump from Rubik. He had the Hex on the... Had Hex on Rubik, so managed to almost kill the Pudge, but still forcing his BKBs, which is...
Playing very aggressive. He's got the hook and a weird interaction with the Flame Break, but it goes through and DK's down. Oh man, I guess you could still do some kind of fountain hooks with that interaction because the Flame Break kind of looked like he was stuck in the middle, but it did bring him all the way to the end. So that's a really good pickoff for them.
Yeah.
What can they do with this though? It feels like it's just another kill in the book.
Neon need to kind of jump on the Rubik because he's doing a lot in these fights with his spell steals, I can't even speak.
Yeah.
And lifts, you know. He's having great positioning in the fight, but I think Pudge maybe needs to get a Shiva so he can live a little longer. And Quap and DK has to look at jumping on the supports together, so Pudge can have a free time just running and, you know, doing Pudge things.
Yeah, I feel like Theolicur's had a very good Rubik game. There's a lot of great spells to steal in this game too. If he could just time everything perfectly, he could single-handedly control the team fight in any direction he wants to. Getting rid of the supports right away at the start of the fight, getting Omni Knight either hexed up so he can't save his allies, or killing the Lion. It's like optimal situations for Hokori, but for Neon, try and find that slick Rubik somewhere. Lumiere is also being protected by Lotus Orbs and Lincolns, and they're going to go for it because he waveforms right in. Hookshot comes in as well. Double stun from Theolicur. Beautifully landing. He's got the Hex as well, but the Guardian Angel does come flying through. But Play Hard is dropping very low with HP. They've got the Lasso connecting as well to SC. They're going to take down the Lion, and they're going to look for even more for the BKB on Avatar Mode. Trying to get some damage. I was going to look for the Rubik. Rubik getting clipped into the air as well, but they're going to be taking him down. Now Lumiere being chased up by Fortune Soul. Pudge trying to deal as much damage as possible. They've got the Quap on the side as well. They've got the Lotus Orb stunning. The DK instead. There's going to be a triple kill coming from Lumiere as well, and now it's just one versus the rest. He's gonna get stunned up and ulted as well by Fortune Soul and Lumiere. He's got the waveform. He's gonna be able to push the Pudge away at least for a time being, but he's down to 500 HP, and Vitaly is trying to do his best to keep the Morphling safe. And Neon almost pay the ultimate price in that team fight, but it is a 3-for-3 trade in the end. It was so close to going either way for either team. Oh man, Rubik hexing up, and again a 2-man Earth Spike. The hook shot didn't connect as well as they hoped though. If they got a hook shot onto Neon, that could have been so bad for them, but it ended up hitting his own allies there in between.
I mean, it was also because Quap wasn't ready there in the fight, like he was farming bot somewhere and he decided to TP in. If they got that jump and when Rubik blinks in and Quap gets to kill this Rubik, then the team fight is already over for Hokori, and you can see that this Pudge...
Oh, they're not. I don't think they're jumping him yet.
as I was saying, you could see like this Pudge is doing a lot because of the way his rot works and Shiva, you know, reducing the healing region is like 50% in total. So this morphing into strength is feeling very bad. And he has to depend on his pure right click damage to be able to kill everyone.
Yeah. Oh, this is the spot where Fnatic got destroyed in this same position. Gardic charging in with the Lotus Orb, getting stun control to finish, and they will look for the Lion kill. Silencing the Omni Knight to the backline. He's got no Guardian Angel for 15 seconds. He's down as well, and they've got Lumiere. He's stunned up in the middle of the fight. He's down to 2,000 HP, but he's trying to morph as much as he can. He's got away from coming up from cooldown as well, but the Quap is chasing Avatar Mode, going all the way into Lumiere. Wants to take this kill for himself, and he's got him with a Sonic Wave. Gonna take Lumiere down, Vitaly down, and the Rubik falls, and it's just down to Analog, surprised by Playhard coming in with a buyback, and that's a team wipe. Neon will take everything from Hokori. The same spot where Fnatic got wiped, pretty much losing their game against Hokori on that triangle high ground ward. It's now the downfall for Hokori as Neon take everything. 16,000 damage. Pudge did almost 10k damage that fight.
Holy shit. I mean,
Absolutely nuts.
It was a good fight. I think Hokori was fighting under vision, which made it, you know, made them at a disadvantage. And props to Pudge just, you know, making his Rubik life hell. Just, you know, jumping on him, trying to use a spell so they could focus on the morph more.
And that was completely without the Omni ult as well. He still had it on cooldown.
Yeah. They get their Aegis now, so it's gonna...
Gardic? Is this the $40,000 hook shot time? No, like he's not gonna go there. He's making his way there. Playhard's in between. He's gonna hex up the Clockwork first, and it's gonna be a dead Gardic on top of the Roshan, taken away by Neon.
It was a nice attempt.
He didn't want to cross straight through the triangle, suspecting that they're most likely there. He tried to make a wraparound. Oh, triple bounty.
That should help.
That's 297 gold.
He did the maths there.
Yep.
I mean, logically
Not
it's easy.
much
Actually.
maths to do.
I just looked at that 399 like, huh. You just take 3 away from 300.
Yes. It's all good. It's all good, mate.
My brain is a little slow today.
Well, let's hope Neon's isn't as well, as they are looking to go into the high ground, but got to probably start off with a pick-off. Like it has to be either Pudge hooking someone into the follow-up stun from Seimei, or the other way around, and then have the Lion to back up as well. But Lion is so squishy. I feel like he has the Glimmer Cape right away at the start to prevent him from dying.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty hard to go high ground. I mean, they have the DK. I think they want to wait for his axe. They have it. He has it in 300 gold, and then it's a lot easier to start sieging high ground because they don't have the blink on the bat. So.
Oh, that is actually curious that Batrider never went for Blink this game, but I feel like he doesn't need it because of the hook shots, the coils, the lifts.
Yeah. He has heroes that can jump in for him already, so all he needs to do is kind of choose the target, because it's unrealistic to try. It's very unrealistic against the Omni to try and get like a insta Blink lasso, because Omni will probably always be ready for counter initiating that.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Right now, Neon, they've put a lot of good SEA teams in the recent past in a very tough position. They've fought against Polaris, they fought against Execration. They've really shown that they're capable of pulling off some upsets here and there. Taking a win of a TI team in a pre-TI tournament is obviously a good result. Also, Hokori does get some very valuable experience from an upset team like Neon, I have to say.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
I mean, all of this is experience going into TI, and they can use it to their advantage, you know. So.
Yep. Maybe Hokori turns into be the SEA Slayers when we hit DI.
Yeah, could be. Just like TNC.
Just
OG.
like DNC, yeah. Oh, there we go. Morphling already getting jumped on. Finger being used, and not of a chance for Lumiere to live. That is so well coordinated, and that is the perfect jump that they could get. You've got Play Hard blinking in. Gets the Hex after the Linken's pops, and the rest is history. Going to their outpost, though. Play Hard attempting to catch the puck. The rest of them are pushing. Maybe he's trying to cancel his TP or something, because he's pinging him right now, and he's looking at the clockwork in the mid lane. Well, Fortune Soul is in the high ground. Wop is also pushing bottom lane, Avatar mode. We do. Well, same ace finished off the tier 3. And there's the leash being used on the Lion. He's just bullying them right now. Dodges the hook shot while the Raxes are falling. Glyph is used. Vitaly getting jumped on as they're struggling right now. And they still got 2 heroes inside the jungle. Puck has a TP open, but they've already lost almost the lane of Rax.
Play Hard is just playing into their heads. He's just 1v2ing a puck and clock. While they're taking the Rex and forcing the bat BKB. This game
Very
is looking
important.
harder and harder for Hokori to win. They could look to get the BKB and morph so he's able to deal damage while the Pudge is sticking on him because of the fact that the enemy health regen is being reduced. Morph is having a rougher time to like deal damage because when you jump on the morph, he has to morph to strength, but he's not morphing as much as he could be. So he's getting less health and dealing less damage at the same time. He got the BKB now, and they go for a smoke, so...
They're smoking up. Lumiere's also brought his morph to halfway. Hook shot does connect on the Omni Knight. Same is there to save him. He will get the Omni Knight to safety, but the cogs are going to be there as well. They got the Pudge in the middle. Theorliker's going to be taken down. Lumiere's still going to be dishing out the right clicks onto the Pudge. He's down to 1500 HP. They're slowly taking him down, and they've got enough damage to pull down the Pudge, and he's got to go for a buyback if they still want to stretch this fight. Rubik is coming back in. Omni Knight's taking a lot of damage. The Linkers are going to be popped as well, but the Sun's going to be going as full as the Sonic Wave with a stun onto the line as well. Will be bouncing back from the Lotus Orb, and Pudge is saying, notice me, as they're just moving his teammates onto the high ground. Vitaly can't go for the teleport. He's broken and taken down 6 feet under. Meanwhile, Clockwork, it's again Analog and Garlic just trying to split again, preventing any push from happening from Neon's side. But they got the Pudge buyback. That is huge for Hokori.
Yeah, it's like now Hokori have like a win condition. If they kill this Pudge first in fights, they have no one dealing damage in Neon, and then Hokori easily being able to control the fight.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
that.
yeah. As long as the Pudge dies. Like, if they don't lose too many members of their team, especially if the Morphling stays alive but Pudge is dead, that could be an easy, well, I wouldn't say easy, but it could be a potential GG scenario for Hokori.
For sure.
And Neon's got to be careful for that. They've got 2 buybacks. They've got the DK and the Lion. And you've got 3 on the side of Hokori. They're playing 11,000 gold behind. They're given 13% chance to win, but I think that's a pretty good 13% in terms of this Pudge situation. He's going for a heart next.
Yeah, just looking to live.
Oh god.
I would like it if he buys a refresher for double BKB, just so he and the double E, just so he can live longer in these fights. Because Hokori are using a lot of spells to go on him. So, and I think when Hokori gets these smoke plays off and catching the Omni, it's kind of hard for Pudge to survive on his own now, especially with Morph dealing a lot of damage with the Daedalus. So
I'll take that.
I could see the heart as well.
Morphling's going for Moon Shard. Like, I have all that I need right now. I just need a tad more damage. And here we go. Oh, they're gonna miss the DD rune.
Oh.
There's a DD in the river, and they're going from the middle. Unless Seimei just walks past it. I mean, this is a good moment to check for an action rune. He's not going to spot it. They see the ward with the DD. Maybe the Morphling wants to go for it. Vitaly tries to keep Seimei off of Gardic. Lumiere, he's got his eyes set on that DD rune. He's going straight for it, and that's going to be a surprise for Neon. They've already broken loose on the damage, though. Batrider's going to be falling, and they've already lost 3, so they can't get much done here. Lumiere, he might take away the DD rune, but at least Neon's going to be winning the fight.
Do they have any buybacks? Only on clock.
Puck and clock. Everybody else is pretty much dead. Lumiere with Analog. A lot of damage, but the stun on Puck. Analog's down. Lumiere's just man fighting. 1 versus 5. Tries to get some damage dealt here, but it's so hard for him to get anything done. And he's going to get hexed as well. Gardic trying to buy some time with a hook shot onto 2. Morphling getting blown up, and Lumiere is down for 100 seconds. Neon might have just cracked the spine off of Hokori and looks to take this first game. Finally. It's been a long time in the making for them, and it looked like the game might slide away from their hands, but Neon, they should be in charge of this game now. They've taken the mid-racks. There's still range racks in top, but they should be able to take another lane, and they could even take Mega Creeps. They're suspecting Morphling to have a buyback, but soon they're going to realize Morph is not buying back. Like, if their supports are respawning and Morph's not coming back, I think Neon just forces a fight.
They could just
even in hopes of forcing the buyback, which they soon know that he doesn't have. Clock is looking for bounty runes. Okay, he's not going for the top side bounty rune. Glyph is used. Range Rax is fallen. Melee Rax is going down to the bot lane. That's Mega Creeps. Gardic is trying to cut the mid wave. Very desperate attempt.
They want to play it safe. Just get the Aegis, you know. Clean the game out. No need to take any risks right now. It's a free game.
Yeah, that's a handy thing to use the jetpack into TP. Continues sliding away, teleports back home.
It's like the Phoenix Sunray when they go into the edge of the map.
Yeah.
And they use TP. I always hate that.
Just TP, lol. 49 minutes. 0%. Any 0%ers in chat?
0.
Is Sim still a believer?
Well, if the statistics say 0, then I think I have to go with the opposition.
If you're one, you know, if Hokori has only 1 fan, that means that everybody else is gone and I'm the last fan alive. If Hokori has 0 fans, that means I'm dead.
Sadly.
I have passed away. They're gonna fight this though. He can't get this Roche away. There's the mana burn into the Hex to break the Lincolns of the Morphling and to jump on the backline. They've got the Rubik controlled. The Rubik is dropping very low, but the Lion's going to be falling as well. One support is Morphling about to melt as well, but the BKB's keeping him alive for the time being, but Lumiere is still going to go down, and he cannot afford a buyback, and that should be game. They've got the Sonic Wave of the puck, and GG is called as we hit the 50-minute marker. Hokori tap out. Neon 1-0.
Great job from Neon. They played very well. Like, they got very good pickoffs, catching the right heroes in team fights, playing on the vision. They were a little sloppy in terms of like miscommunication, maybe like not speaking about the item timings or, you know. But overall, I think they got the win here because they played well.
Perseverance paid off on the side of Neon for this game, that they did have a good grip over the game. Like we were suspecting Neon could just walk away with this game the way that they were going. Hokori had some good moments. I think again they had some really good moments, but they weren't able to get enough out of this morph. He's got 34,000 hero damage. He's being overshadowed by the DK, the Quap, and the Pudge by like almost double the damage dealt. So this is like Vitaly's Batrider was not as good in this game as it was in the last game versus Fnatic.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to say, is there something itemization-wise that Vitaly could have done differently? Is there anything that could have actually saved them in this game? Because I don't feel even the Blink Dagger would have been enough.
I mean, the Blink Dagger is the only option because they need to get some kind of jump onto this Omni Knight so he can stop saving all his teammates, you know. This Omni Knight was doing a lot and they couldn't really depend on this puck going in alone because there wasn't enough damage.
and Puck was really soft in the end. Like we saw the few times Puck actually jumped in, he'd already lost like 50% by the time the Lincolns was popped and he got stunned. So
this line was playing very well this game. Props to him.
Yeah, Neon definitely proving to be the upsetting team once again. They take the first game off of Hokori. We've got one more game, ladies and gents, until we close out for this day, and it's going to be Hokori versus Neon in game number 2. But before that, we're going to take a tiny breather, and until we return, we'll be back in just a bit. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.